ladies and gentlemen, today is our soft opening of our Tinker storefront. We are going to be open 12 to 8, and we're going to be open for today and the next 3 days, so that we can kind of do a test run, make sure everything is working as it should. Right now I'm running to Dollar General to pick up a big gallon full of Dawn dish soap so that I can make bubbles for our bubble machine, because we ran out of bubble solution at our 4th of July booth. The kids loved it, so that's why we're going to be making more bubbles. We're going to be getting the biggest thing of soap we can find, which I think would be that one right there. But I don't know how the bubbles are, so I'm almost tempted to get Dawn. We'll get the one in the middle. Alright, we've got our Dawn dish soap and some pink flip-flops because Riley will be tubing mine up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we've got our security cameras up and running, finally. We've got Mr. Michael out here rearranging the fudge.
I'm just touching it, actually.
Which has become incredibly popular. We came out here with 60 cubes, and a lot of them are gone already. We've got our machines set up. If I play the music, we have music playing today. Give me one sec. We've got chill Pokemon music playing. We have our cartoons playing up in the corner. This is going to be how we're mounting all of the controllers we have for sale. As soon as it's done, our printer went ahead and printed some universal desk mounts, and we're going to mount them on the edge of the shelves. I think that's going to look nice. We also, out here, have our little Tinker's tent sign, as well as our flag signs going. We have one over there, one over there, and then we have bubbles going, and music. We also decided we're going to be hosting a little giveaway, and we'd like to do these pretty regularly. We have a little light figure, one of these little Pac-Man candy tins, just because I think it's so fitting with the fact that we have a free-to-play Pac-Man machine here. We also have some Pop Rocks. These ones are interesting. They're cotton candy flavored. We have some Pokemon packs, Raichu plushie, rock candy, and then these, I threw one of these in here because people seem to be really interested in these, so I wanted to put some of those in there. So this is going to be what we're running until the end of July. In-person entries only, sorry guys. We also have our business hours posted, and we'd like to expand on this soon, but this is what we're working with. And this little thing out here was full of business cards, and now it's pretty much close to empty, so I need to refill that. We also have, I don't think I've talked about this yet here on the channel, we have a little, I'm waiting for Jonathan to send me a better insert for this, but we have a little YOW donation box, so anything donated to this box goes straight to YOW at the end of the month, or I mean whenever we remember to put it there. We're not even officially, or we haven't been officially open, but he's already gotten a few donations already, so I thought that was interesting. And then we have this 3D printed bender right here, and one thing that we thought we were gonna maybe try, we have to have our printer redo it because the arm that they printed to do it isn't gonna work. But we'd like to get this arm extended so that he can reach down and look like he's grabbing into the donation box, just because that's a very bender thing to do. That was Michael's idea. I can't take credit for that. Is there something wrong with the water?
Tasted nutty.
I forgot to show you guys what my parents' store looks like because they're done. They've been open for a while. You can kind of see the back side of the sign I made for them. This is what their little shop ended up looking like in the end. I love their baby clothes selection because there's not a lot of places for people to get baby clothes here in town, and they're just like, they're pretty fair prices actually. Like $2 for a cute little pajama set, and let's see, they've got $2 on this little life vest thing. Cute little baby hats for 50 cents. Actually, their baby section is huge when you really get looking at it. But then they also have, here, I gotta back up so you guys can see. They also have this huge wall just full of clothing for sale. Again, more baby stuff down there. This is great for the young parents here in town that are still kind of getting started. They've got a little mirror. Unfortunately, this place is too small for a dressing room, so, I mean, that's not gonna help too much, but, and then
Limited edition shoes.
Limited edition shoes, and they got these because they're $5. They got these because Michael picked these up thinking we were going to sell them, and then we never did, and so then they went to them because it just made more sense for them to be over here. I think somebody already picked up the one little, oh wait, no, here we go. They also got this pair right here, and these guys are running for $5, so pretty good prices on their branded stuff. Really cheap silverware. If you're a lady, you know what brand these are. Not that we have many ladies that watch our videos, I don't think, but point is, yep, that's how their little shop turned out. I'm very proud of them. It looks great in here. And then this is their little sign that I made them. I'm pretty proud of that. Alright, we're on day 2 of our soft opening. We have 2 more days after this. We've already made some sales today. We have the 3D printer set up doing some live printing today, which is great. And then Jackson came in here with a few of these little controller holders he printed so we can actually display controllers in our display case. But then we also have some out here just for people to take a closer look at. It's really cool. They're universal desk mounts.
Those pop figures do.
These pop figures are absolutely just making a run for it. Also, this was our sales for the very first day that we were open. We made 8 sales, totaling around $150. And then this is for the 3-month period, which is actually not that long because we haven't even been here for 3 months or had to register for 3 months. This is more like a 2-week period. So it's been a pretty slow day today, so I'll show you what I'm working on right now. Right now, I'm working on our new website, because this one is being hosted through Square, and I'm just adding a few things to the website that people have been interested in videos, so that if people want to purchase them and support the channel that way, it's available online. We were using Shopify before Square, and I have to say I think Square is a lot more user-friendly. But I think the hardest part so far has been managing our inventory between our store and our online sales, because I kind of want to keep the 2 of them separate. But of course everything kind of just ends up on Square somewhere anyways, and so it's just kind of been navigating the 2 of them. I think I'm just going to throw our online stuff in its own category so that way I can find them later. Anyways, the things that we're posting on here, we're not raising the prices for them at all. The only thing we're going to be doing different is charging shipping, of course, because that, makes sure that we can still get our normal margins. But we don't want to upcharge things just because we're selling them online. So anything that you guys see on our website is going to be available at the same price it would be if you guys were here in the store. The thing that's giving me an issue right now is figuring out how to add stock. Wow. Which I think the only way I can do that is if I go over to our actual register. At least based off of what I've seen here. This has just been the most difficult part. Which I expected, like way ahead of time. I knew the inventory thing online and learning how to use Square was going to be the hard part, but it doesn't make it any funner. Okay, it took me a minute, but I did actually find where to add stock. So we have 4 on hand, at least as far as the website's concerned, and I just wanted to add 1 more, so we'll have 5 available online. Obviously, we would definitely have more than that here in the store, but I'm trying to give us some wiggle room so that if something sells out in person, we don't have people placing online for something that's not there. So I'm probably going to pull 5 from the shelf and just put it in our back area, and that'll be exclusive for online orders. We'll see how it goes. Alright guys, we got the website set up. And this has been a work in progress because I was trying to figure out Square's back end, but I got it figured out. Here we have, oh, that is a very smudgy lens. Here we have Tinkers. We have 3 different sections you can find on here. Let's go to the boring ones first. We have Contact, which is basically just like a contact form, so you can get a hold of us if you need to. So if you're ever looking to get a hold of us, this is probably a good way. We have vending services that just kind of explains a little bit about like what we offer and shows a gallery of our locations for those looking to work with us on some vending services or discuss scheduling an install. And then we have Shop, and if you guys decide you'd like to support the channel, this is a good way for you to do that. Everything that we make from our business just kind of goes back into the business, so this is a good way for you to help support us growing different ventures, and for instance the store right now. And of course we have our homepage that kind of just gives people a glance at the store, shows them what it looks like, gives them an idea of what to expect. We also have a featured items section where we have some of the main things that we're looking to sell. We have a section where people can see our Instagram and get updates from us. And I'm sure there's other like feeds I could put on here too, but Instagram was the main one I was trying to promote. So that's the website. So yeah, we have a very small selection of items on the website right now. I can actually show you exactly what we have on the website in person so you guys can get an idea of what it looks like. And the reason I set this up is because we had somebody message the other day asking how they could make a purchase online because they wanted to support the channel. So I just wanted to make sure there's an easy way for people to do that. These little tins are great, mostly because I believe they could fit in these little mini claw holders. So if you guys are looking for maybe like some sprinkle for the top of your claw mix, these tins are great. We have a couple different kinds, and these are all available on the site right now. We have Pusheen, we have little Zelda mint tins. All of these are candy tins, but they're not candy that's gonna like melt inside of your machine. And I wouldn't fill an entire machine with these at that price, honestly, but these would be a good like high value item to sprinkle in there for people to encourage them to play. We also have Five Nights at Freddy's pizza tins, and these are all super light. I don't imagine a claw is going to have a hard time picking these things up. We have sensu beans. These are really cool. They're much more of a hard candy than I was expecting for what they looked like. I expected them to be more like jelly beans, but they are definitely a hard candy. These ones I might be a little bit more worried about in a claw. They're super cool, but they're kind of like, they're coated with the same thing you would find on like Skittles, so even though they're hard candy and I don't imagine the center is going to melt, I'd be worried about that coating maybe melting and sticking them all together, so I don't know if I'd put these in a claw if you were worried about the heat. And then we have these three guys right here. All of these are just like powdered hard candies, so I'm not worried about these guys being in a claw. But again, all of these are like claw sized, so these would be a great little thing to throw on like top of your mix or like along the sidewalls to encourage people to play. We have Pac-Man tins, we have some little Mario mushroom tins, and we have Dungeons and Dragons dice tins. And so again, just a little example here. These are, you know, pretty fair, you know, size. I think a claw would have an easy time picking these guys up, especially if you have the rubber tips on there. I don't know if I would run these without the rubber tips just because they're very like slick because they're tins. But if you have the rubber tips on your claws and you're looking for little things to sprinkle on top, that'd be a good thing to run. And we do have those available in singles on our website, so if you don't want to order it in full boxes, you can get these just a couple of them at a time. I only have a few available on the website right now, so if it ends up being something that there's a high demand for, we will work on stocking more on our backside so that we can keep up with orders if people seem to be interested in running those. But because it's a little different for the claw community, I don't necessarily want to put a ton on the website to start. I want to see if there's an interest and then go from there. So yeah, if you're looking for a way to support the channel that could also possibly be beneficial for your business, if you want to just throw those in as a little bit of a high value sprinkle item, that is a really great way to do it. And if you guys ever see anything else in the store in our videos that you want to purchase, you can always go ahead and send us a message on Instagram or Discord or literally any of the other methods of getting a hold of us, and we can work out some payment over Venmo and ship out some bigger items too. We have a lot of higher value like locker box items, I guess you could say, that I think would do well in machines. Of course, we have a huge plush selection. We have little things like these guys right here, NES coasters, tumblers, like customize your own tumblers, heat changing mugs. A lot of this stuff is branded, which I think makes it a little bit more sought after in a claw machine. We have little icon lights. Of course, we have Pokemon tins and stuff. So this is another really good way to support the channel. If you guys see some bigger items and you would like us to ship those out to you, these would all be some pretty good locker items. Yeah, just giving you guys some ideas. If you don't see something available on our website but you're interested in it, you can always reach out to us on any of the contact methods that we've provided, and we would be happy to work something out with you over Venmo or just like not on our website on a case-by-case basis. We're still open for about another hour or two, probably 2.5, depending on if I decide to stay here later. It hasn't been the most busy day. We've had a lot of people come in and check out the store. We've made a few sales. I'll go ahead and show you what we've made today, actually. So for today, we've made 4 sales totaling $85, and I can show you which items got us to that. Most of that was on carts. We sold 1 video game at $34. I believe it was some kind of Zelda game, but we don't really categorize which game it is exactly. We sold, I do know it was a Switch game. We sold a Pokemon tin, and this was actually to a local business owner. A How to Draw Manga set, kind of like this one up here, but it was the chibi version. We sold 2 different Scarlet and Violet boosters, and then a couple different candies, and then it, you know, categorizes from that point. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with our sales for today. Again, this is a soft opening week. People weren't really anticipating coming in this week, and oh, that was one thing that didn't result in the sale, but just was beneficial. We had a member of the local Chamber of Commerce come by today and ask if we wanted to do some kind of ribbon cutting for the event, or for the business, and their idea of that is basically just they get the local newspaper down here and they get the mayor and, you know, everybody else like that, and they do like a little bit of a welcome ceremony for the business, and it's supposed to be a good way to advertise the fact that you're here. So I need to reach out to them and see if that's something we're gonna do. Anyways, I was going to make this a 4-day video that kind of shows the entirety of our soft opening. I'm still going to record the next 2 days, but this video is getting to be a little bit long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this one here. If you guys want to see more entrepreneurial related content, subscribe. My husband and I love making these videos, and we love doing it. We love doing it. We learn a lot more doing these videos than not doing these videos, so we really appreciate everybody that offers advice in the comments or has ideas for us, because even if we don't go with every idea, it does help for us to get, you know, that secondary input from a third party that kind of just can maybe bring things to our attention that we haven't considered. So yeah, if you guys want to see more entrepreneurial related content, subscribe, stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.